Hello friends, today we see the training material of COPA, profitability management. So I will run through a little bit fast. So wherever you want to, you can pause the recording and listen, observe the screens if required. So the prerequisite for this SAP overview recommended cost management and controlling basic knowledge of cost accounting, good working knowledge in the Microsoft Windows operating system. The course contents as course goal, course objective, course overview diagram, main business scenario. The course goal: after this course, you're able to understand the functions of problem and gain the knowledge necessary to implement the component, explain the problem management easy system, work with COPA structure and master data, identify the source of actual values, execute planning, use the information system, and work with additional functions in COPA. Course objective: at the conclusion of this course, will be able to understand the functions in profit analysis and gain the knowledge necessary to implement the component. This is the course overview diagram. It's a course overview, problem management structure, master data, actual data, planning, information system, tools, and conclusion. There are 4 slides actually. So this is the first slide. So I'll try to, I will cut at 10 minutes, 10 to 12 minutes. The rest will be comes as a parts. So main business scenario: your company's management would like to implement a profitability accounting application in the ECC system. As a member of your company's project team, you are supposed to provide advice to the question of whether to implement COPA or ECPCA, Profit Center Accounting, in the ECC system. You then will be responsible for implementing the selected application. Profitability management contents: definition of profit management, profit reporting options, business purposes of COPA and ECA, unit objectives, profit management. At the conclusion of this unit, you will be able to describe business analysis of center, clarify the aspect and scope of ECC system. Now we go to the profit management. Both cross-company and company-specific reporting is required in multiple currencies, multi-dimensional profit and loss reporting across elements of sales force, product lines, customers, and other organization units is required. Sales details, cost of sales details, contribution margin, production variances, and the period cost details are required. Actual period cost, SG&A, selling general administration, are to be allocated across organization entities at month end. Reporting for capital investment and P&L account is required. This is the architecture. Operating concern is the highest level. Under that, we have the value segment. Below that is the controlling area. Company is having the profit centers. Each country is having the multiple company codes, and company codes have the plant, sales org, distribution channel, and division is combination of sales org and plant, and profit center has the cost objects, order, cost centers. Terminology of in profitability management: accounting methods, values, key figure ratios. Under accounting methods, there is a period accounting, full absorption costing, cost of sales accounting, standard costing. Values: gross sales, sales deductions, net sales, product cost, fixed cost, variable cost, variances, inventory. Key figures or ratios: return on investment, economic profit, cash flow, contribution margin, margins. Cost accounting methods: absorption costing using standards, revenue minus full cost. Absorption means it's a full cost absorption. Contribution margin will show the cost in variable and fixed cost. So contribution margin accounting using standards is revenues minus variable cost and fixed cost. Periodic contribution margin accounting including variances, revenue, variable cost, fixed cost, and variances. So here the variable costs are as per the standard. Then if any excess will be accounted as variances. Actual cost accounting is revenue minus actual cost. Method of profitability management: cost of sales accounting issue going to show revenue, sales deduction, cost of sales, and gross results. Period accounting will show you the total output, like how much revenue, how sales deduction, what is the stock changes, capitalized inventory, changes to work in process. You can say total output. Then material cost, personal cost, depreciation, interest. Views in profit management, responsibility accounting, profit analysis by market segment. Responsibility accounting as profit center and profit analysis is the COPA profit segments. Typical questions in profit analysis: contribution of individual market segment, which are the largest and fastest growing customer, margin goals of individual sales entities, did the sales force reach their contribution margin goal, success of marketing activities, what was the success of the most recent sales promotion for a product line, revenue and cost structure, what is the impact of pricing strategy for a group of customers. So for all these questions, COPA can able to give the information, how much revenue, how much cost, whether the project is success, whether the promotion is success, like that. So probably segment of market segment, the reporting dimensions are business unit, region, sales service, customer, product, and we have sales quantity, sales revenue, customer discount, sales commission, direct sales cost, net revenue, direct material cost. Sales means direct cost will give you the contribution margin. Then if we adjust the overheads, it will give the contribution margin 2. Then if we adjust the variances, we'll get the contribution margin 3. Then overhead cost, fixed overhead cost will give the operating profit, and it shows the revenue and the cost. There is some fixed cost. So after some time it will be the break-even point, then thereafter the profit. So typical questions in professional accounting is contribution of organization unit, what is the operating profit for the profit center, return of capital, which asset values are attributed to the profit center, cost plan, which responsible areas exceeded their planned cost last month, management of internal sales and services, what costs and services are exchanged within the corporation. So profit center profit dimension is accounts. It's accounts on a GL accounts. So the sales will give the operating profit and how much invested is the cost of capital, then we'll give the return on investment. So reporting, profitability account analysis reporting will have the with contribution margin, whereas profit and accounting will have the net output and net revenue and how much cost invested. So here cost of capital is 80,000. So what is the ROI? The concept of integration within accounting. So this MM module, PP module. So MM module procures, PP module produces, and again MM module goods moved, and SD module builds. All those things. All these are integrated with the FI. Then what? There is a controlling module. It will have the overhead accounting and the product cost controlling. Then profit analysis. Whatever the cost captured as a overhead cost controlling, any production cost are captured in the cost object in the product cost. Then these are settled to the profit analysis. And there is a profit accounting for all these FI. So this way, this is the integration. So flow of actual values in profit analysis. From FI, there is a direct flow, and from SD, there is a direct flow. When you have the revenue, there is a direct flow. Then whatever accounted, whatever transferred to the cost from the FI, we transfer to the product costing. Then it will set to the COPA, a certain cost which is not going to the production will directly go to the COPA. By this way, all the cost will flow into the profitability analysis. The in-point analysis. This is the flow of actual values in profit center accounting. From FI, things will go to the CO. From SD, things will go to the CO. From there, it is going to the profit center accounting. So each cost center is having the profit center. Similarly, each order is having the cost center, and by that way, what all the data are flowing into the profit center accounting. Objects in profitability management, profit center accounting, profit center accounts, profit analysis, profitability segment, characteristics, values, value fields are accounts. characteristics are in the characteristics values, like city means Chennai, Bombay, or those values. Uh, Region means east, west, south, those are the values. Customer means customer X, customer Y, customer Z, those are the values. Value fields are the GL accounts, sales, discount. Parallel currencies in property management, provision for is having transaction currency, company currency, and there is a sufficient currency. Whereas account based COPA is going to have, it is similar to the FI, so there is a transaction, there is a company currency, in addition, there is a controlling area currency. COPA, costing based COPA, there is no transaction currency, but there is a company currency and operating concern currency. You see from these are the unique things. For profit center, there is a profit center currency. For costing based COPA, there is operating concern currency. For account based COPA, there is a controlling based controlling area currency. This is already a report of COPA. There is a profit center 1, profit center 2, profit center 3, company code. This profit center will be right. P70, 75, and please look into this and try to understand this. This is a comparison for the aims of problem management methods, object to be analyzed, the key figures. Just to pause and have a look on this. This is a continuation of the comparison. And definition of problem management unit summary. When are we able to understand the aims of problem management, identify the objects to be reported in the profit accounting and problem analysis, understand the financial key figures provided by each application, discuss aspects such as structure, currencies, and transfer prices. Structure contents, positioning, the operating concern, creating operating concern, basic concepts, characteristics, value fields, data structure attributes, transaction databases, unique objective, create characteristics and value fields from different field sources, different operating concern attributes, copy characteristics and value fields into data structure definition, generate the operating concern development, identify and set non-segment level characteristics. Now we are entering into the structures. Business scenario, both cross-company and company-specific reporting contribution is required in multiple countries, emission analysis of sales details. Just you can go through this. These are organization units you already seen, operating concerns of the public segment, and there are multiple controlling areas, and again, each controlling area has multiple company codes have the plant, sales are, customer, basic concepts of COPA. There's the characteristics values, value fields are GLs. Categories of characteristics, there are fixed characteristics, predefined characteristics, and characteristics references to SAP tables and custom characteristics. Fixed characteristics and predefined characteristics are delivered by the SAP. Characteristics created by customers can be created from the SAP tables or custom, entirely the customs. And for all this, we can have check tables, characteristics available in all clients, characteristics available for all operating concern. It's maintained at the client level and available for all operating concern. So examples of the characteristics, fixed characteristics or obligatory characteristics required by the standard system. In a example, company code. In other applications, example organ structure, predefined characteristics are sample characteristics delivered by SAP, like customer group. Reference to SAP tables is reference to SAP table like material grouping, material master. Another application example, MM, material class. Custom created tables. COPA specific visitor reference to existing tables in COPA itself, not in other applications. Should be like a strategy business unit starts with WW. It's a demo value fields. Value fields created with the customer, value fields created with the SAP. Value fields created with customers will start with the VV. Custom value fields like special handling, packaging. Pre-delivery value fields are revenue, cost of goods sold, sales quantity. Value fields with the new time aggregation rules. So these are the sample data. After aggregation, it looks like this. Revenue is going to have 66. Number of offers, where we have the average as the rule. So it's 22 employees showing the last, so it's 33. Average of these all these three is 22. For number of offers, showing demo. Steps in defining operating concern. Create characteristics, create value fields, create operating concern. Once you create characteristics and value fields, it creates a field catalog. It's available for client level and for operating concern. From there, you can pull it to operating concern, create an operating concern. Different operating concern attributes is costing based, fiscal year variant, currency, transfer prices. For account based, the fiscal year variant. This is the attribute. You can copy and you can make the changes. Once you different data structure, you can transfer from the operating concern the data structures whatever you want. And the tables. COPA transaction table costing business, I will have the table CE1 for all actual items, CE2 for plan item, CE3 is the summary record by segment, and CE4 is the public definition. The CE4 is common for costing based and accounting based. The account based shows that use the same table of the controlling like COEP for the actual item, COEJ for plan item, and the COSS and COSP for the summary of probability segment. So once the data is entered, that can be either the actual or plan that is going to store in CE1 and CE2. You will define the probability segment. What are the characteristics you need to maintain in the segment level? So here, product, customer, and divisions are maintained. So for this, they will create the probability segment. This record is stored with this information: revenue, quantity, record type, and this having the probability segment definition. For this definition, for a number given as a probability segment 7, some segments having these definitions. So these are transactions match with these definitions. So updated with this segment level total for this segment 7 for period 6 record type, which seems from billing F 10 pieces and revenue is 3000. So this is a pictorial view. CE1 is having the probability segment number, period, posting date, characteristics, and value field. Based on the definition, it gets the probability segment number. In summary table, in CE4 we have the probability segment for each characteristics. Combination of characteristics we have the probability segment. And once it's defined, this line item will get the probability segment number. Then summary table update with this probability segment number. The summary table CE3. Segment level characteristics. Which are the characteristics we need segment level? We can tick here like customer division product. It is not ideal to check the sales order because each sale is unique for each transaction. And there is no, you will have a lot of so line items. So for summary, we need something we need to be aggregate, right? So segment table, all characteristics will be in the CE1. Only the characteristics will have the segment table. This CE3. Demo test system. You copy the operating concern. You can adjust the characteristic values by characteristics, adjust the report APS, transfer to the productive system. Quick start, you can customize display characteristic values, you can pause and see what are things available here. You are now able to identify the operating concern, which says, so I'm stopping here. We'll see Thank you. Thanks for joining.